Hey there, Internet friends. Trevor Starkey here with another episode of TV Thursday. Continuing along the trend of the last couple weeks, it's time to talk about Season 3 of The Office. 2 weeks ago, I did my review of Season 1. Last week, I did 5 of my favorite Season 2 episodes. So here are 5 of my favorite Season 3 episodes of The Office. Up first, we have The Merger. Now, the first few episodes of Season 3 are, if you are a Jim and Pam fan like me, probably some of the dark days of the show, because you had Jim taking a job in Stamford, and basically he was removed from the Scranton branch for those first 7 episodes or so. And so you missed him interacting with everybody. He had like a new group of people in Stamford, sure, with Karen and Andy, played by Rashida Jones and Ed Helms, respectively, but he was definitely off on his own, and so it wasn't really until here, episode 8, where the branches merged together and we got Jim coming back into the fold with everybody, that the office really felt whole again. Episode number 2, A Benihana Christmas. The Office always has pretty strong Christmas episodes, and this is probably one of their best, I think. You have Michael revealing himself at his cringeworthiest worst, maybe, when he basically reveals that he's photoshopped himself into Carol's family photos as, like, he photoshopped himself over her ex-husband way too soon in their relationship, and he used that picture as, like, Christmas cards and stuff. So this combined with Michael having bought a sandals vacation in Jamaica for the two of them, basically leads Carol to break up with him. So he's all depressed. The guys take him out to Benihana to kind of get his mind off of things. Meanwhile, back at the office, you have dueling holiday parties between the normal party planning committee of Phyllis and Angela and like a newly formed committee of Pam and Karen working together. So lots of fun, kind of different little groups put together here, and just a lot of fun seeing the everybody come back together and have like the holiday party going on. Episode number 3, safety training. After Michael becomes very jealous of how flashy and showy the warehouse's safety training stuff is compared to the boring like stand and rest every hour for the office, Michael decides to try and add some flair to the safety training around the serious case of depression that you can suffer in the office. And so he, basically has this whole plan in place that he's going to jump off of the roof, first onto a trampoline, realize that might be a bad idea, so he decides he's going to do it onto a bounce house and trick everybody into thinking he's committed suicide by actually committing suicide. And so fortunately Jim and Pam kind of see the bounce house, recognize it, and recognize what he's going to do and get him to stop doing it with Daryl's help, and they all manage to really talk him down off the ledge. But it's a great look into like just how Michael's mind works. He thinks he could jump off of the roof onto a trampoline. Fortunately, they test it with a watermelon first, and the watermelon goes flying into, I think it was Toby's car, and he makes sure it wasn't Stanley's car because he didn't want it feeling like it was a hate crime or something like that. But yeah, just a lot of fun little dark stuff in this episode. Episode 4, Beach Games. As I said in my rundown of the 5 great episodes from the Season 2, it's pretty much always a given that when the office goes off-site, you're in for a treat, and Beach Games is certainly one of those kinds of episodes. Because, of course, Michael Scott is going to think the best way to choose his successor is by a series of, like, Survivor-esque kind of challenges. You have the supporting cast getting a whole bunch of great little moments here. You have Angela mishearing Andy as Andy slowly floats down the river in a sumo costume. You have Ryan just getting fed up with Dwight being overbearing and controlling in like the egg race, the spoon egg race. So he just throws it into the ground and says, "Screw this, I'm done." And then you, of course, have Stanley having a standout moment when he realizes that Michael really is dumb enough to use something like a hot dog eating contest to choose his successor, and so he just tries to start downing as much as he can. But of course, I think the highlight of this episode is Pam making the decision to run across the coals and really confess her feelings to Jim and her frustrations with so many other people in the office. It serves as a nice reversal from what we got at season 2 with Jim confessing his feelings to Pam. So the tables are turned there, but you also have it really furthering the kind of arc that we've been seeing this season of Pam finding a way to be more assertive in her life. In episode 5, The Job, another season finale highlight, just like season 2's Casino Night. The Job has so many great little character moments. After 3 seasons, we get to see exactly how Dwight would run the office when Michael kind of handpicks him as successor, assuming that Michael's going to get the job. Michael goes off to New York, to corporate, and immediately Dwight brings on Andy as his number 2, brings on Pam as like a secret number 2, and paints his new office entirely black to be more imposing. You have Michael falling victim to his base needs when he finds that Jan has gotten a boob job and he gets back together with her. Then he realizes that the job he's applying for is her job and they're going to be letting her go, which of course blows up and pulls him out of the running for that stuff. But just like the last episode, the real standout here is Pam. You have the beautiful moment, the last moment of the season, with her talking to the interview, doing the interview with the camera person, and speaking about how she really hopes that Jim gets the job. She's gonna miss him, but she thinks it's a great opportunity for him. And as she's saying all this, Jim, we get to see Jim kind of nailing the interview, and then realizing that his heart is in Scranton and he wants to be back there. So he pops in, interrupts Pam's interview to ask her out to dinner, and then the look back that she has with tears of joy in her eyes is one of Jenna Fischer's finest moments in the entire run of the show. Just one of the best moments in the series for me. A big old sappy romantic. So those are some of my favorite episodes of season 3 of The Office. Let me know what some of yours are in the comments below. As always, I've been your host Trevor Starkey from TrevorTrove.com. You can follow me at SnarkyStarkey on Twitter. And until next time, from here at the Trove, treasure your friends.